the road less traveled. I wanted to show you my snake before I got going. We have a new snake. Well, we have 3 snakes. Alright, now I'm back out at the wood shop. Fleece, my little naughty dog, decided she wanted to come out. I keep all my old lawn chairs just for the dog. And she loves to come out and be with her dad. Sit in the sun. You're a good girl. Finished grinding all my drill bits and everything with my grinding mechanism contraption. So I'm going to tear this down and switch it over, and my neighbor's stove needs 2 knobs on it. His wife gave me the dimensions of it, so without looking at it, I'm just going to go ahead and turn it like she said, and it'll have a little knob in the end from this, but I don't care, it's just a stove. So I'll drill a 1/2-inch hole in the inside of it and make a cute little knob. I picked this one because of the knots in it, and it was the only piece of wood that didn't have a crack in it, and it's quite brittle, so it might be hard to get a good finish, but we'll give it a try. So I'll set this up and then turn that, so I'll be right back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this chuck here off, then I'm going to put this little teeny chuck on there because the jaws fit better in this piece of wood that I'm going to use, so if I don't lose the piece of wood. I kind of wanted to show you what she gave me to start with. She gave me this knob, told me that hole was a 1/2 inch, so I'll just take her word for it and drill it out. It won't look anything like this, of course, because I don't follow instructions very good. So I'm going to switch this over. I'll chuck up my piece of wood and get it ready. And then, because I don't have a cameraman and I don't have any way of mounting this GoPro, I'll just turn it and show you what I'm done. I guess I'm back to the big chuck. So if I don't lose this piece of wood, I'll chuck it up in the big chuck. So I'll put the other chuck back on again. Okay, I got the other chuck back in. I got the wood back in it. I've got it snugged up and tightened, and I just need to put the rest in here and get it adjusted, and I'll turn this down, and I'll just turn this off and turn it and come back and show you what I've done. A lot of people have told me I'm nuts for wearing a coat or a long sleeve shirt. I don't. I pull my sleeves up and I take my coat off. I don't like any clothing around moving equipment. I've been wrapped up in this a couple of times, and man, it hurts. I bought a dead man switch to go on it, but I'll tell you what, you get wrapped up in this, I go for the stop button. But I'm glad it's not a real powerful lathe, because man, that sucker about busted my fingers. But I'll turn this down, then I'll turn the camera back on and show you. I try not to do something one-handed, or if I set the camera up here, it'll just vibrate. And I cut this down so it's flat. Now I'll just turn it around, put it in there, and then I'll drill the hole into here so that I can turn this knob and have the hole in it, and then I can part it off. So drilling the hole's is my next step. Get that in there. Make sure that's centered. Snug this up, and the reason I do this is because I don't want to put the jaws on a finished product. Then I'll just change this out. That's my end piece there. Now I need, she told me it had a 1/2 inch hole in it, so I chucked this up. I always put my drill bits in this direction so that the sawdust can come out. And then when I get this drilled, I'll come back and show you. If I had a cameraman, I could videotape the whole thing, but where I don't. So I'll be back in a minute with probably just a drilled hole. Thank you. Okay, I have like a $2 caliper set. And I use the wire on the end for a hole depth. You just slide it in there and it'll tell you how deep the hole is. And so I took the original knob and measured the hole depth and added the waste part to that depth. And that's how long I got. So I set it down here, and then I set my rest there. That way when I drill this, I can drill it in and that'll stop, and that way I'll have the correct depth of the hole. Make sense? If you have any questions, ask me. So remember to like and subscribe. If you don't like it, still subscribe. I need the likes. So I got the hole drilled the depth I want. This is waste. This will be the knob. So I'll turn it around, turn my knob, part this off, and hopefully polish it. I'm done with this part, so I can take it off now. I found that just cranking it back kicks it out faster. And so I can put that down there and then drop this. This is a taper lock. So I'll be turning this around and turning it. And so I guess the next part will be just showing you a finished product. But yeah, you don't want to finish this part and then clamp down on it, leave 4 marks in it. So I'd make a nice flat stock, turn this down, drill it out, turn it around, and then finish this off and then polish it, cut it off, and pretty much done. I can make one in 10-15 minutes, but I'm retired, so I don't care how long it takes. Thank you. Okay, I got the knob turned. I got it, it's a little bit rough, but that's the type of wood it is. And I'm not doing any work now. I can actually show you what I'm doing. I've had a lot of people ask me what kind of stain I'm using on something like this. It's just a free piece of wood that's going to go on another wood going in the stove. So I'll just use this piece of leather and do a burn finish on it. And I cranked it up to 4, which is pretty fast. And then I just hold this leather on there and give it a little bit of color. You've got to be careful of that. You don't want to get wrapped up in that chuck where that hurts. And some of that's friction burn, some of it's the dye from the leather. It gives it a good rustic look. And the neighbor will be happy because the price is right. I usually just charge a Diet Coke. Or sometimes I make you take me to the store and buy me a piece of chicken. And if I go to the store to get chicken, I always take my dog, because that's her favorite food. dead man switch. I think that turned out pretty good. It's got a lot of crap in the, chipped out a lot, but that's some pretty crappy wood. But it was the only piece of wood I had that was big enough that wasn't cracked. So where it's for a knob for an old wood burning stove, I think we'll be all right. What I'll do is I'll spray it down with a little bit of clear, take my parting tool, take that off, give it to the neighbor, and hopefully be done for a while. So if you like what you see, let me know what you'd like me to build. If it's nice and small and simple, I'll do it. And remember to like and subscribe. I'll have Jerry make a nice video, and if you don't like the music in the video, remember it's Jerry, the producer, not me, that picks the music. Alright, this last little bit, I guess I can show you how I do it. I cut the knob off the stock. Looks like the neighbor's here to bring me some more junk or something, but he's the one I'm building the knob for, so just in time. So I'll let you watch this and you can let me know what you think. Just a minute.
How did you get this out by yourself?
I have wheels on the front of it.
Still heavy as heck.
Oh no, I just pick it up and pull it out.
That looks familiar.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Well, thank you. Just now sawing it off. Trying to do it without making a big mess or breaking anything.
I could get a real education over here, you know?
Then I got
That's
a nice
clever.
hole in the bottom of it.
Oh,
And
you sure
everything's
do.
good. It's got some nicks and chunks in
Perfect.
it, but it's going
Gives
on a
it
wood
character.
stove. Yeah. And I polished it up a little bit.
Yeah, you did.
Still got a little bit of a hole in it, but that's okay. It's for a stove.
Let's start opening it up. Make it perfect.
So we'll see if that does it. So if you like it, subscribe and let me know what you think.